Yo, I am HyphenX, man. Give me one moment, guys. We're gonna get this party started. Chime in, tell a friend to tell a friend. Tag, 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 share, share, share. Got a hot topic today. How y'all doing? Oh, this looks terrible back here. I am HyphenX, and welcome to the Great Conversation Podcast. What's going on, Patricia? My freedom fighting friend. Today, we are going to be speaking about trans women athletes. Should be a hot topic. Oh, I thought I broke my stand, yeah. All right. So, guys, I am HyphenX. Welcome to the Great Conversation Podcast, where we indulge in healthy dialogue about topics that are important in today's society and culture. So I want you guys to go ahead and share this live. Had a guest that actually reached out to me to come on to the show. Skye reached out, wanted to come on the show, talk about this topic. I know I'm sweating. Talk about this topic. But unfortunately, I don't know where Skye is. So if anybody who watches the show, they know I do this. I am going to go ahead and I will be dropping the link early, because I will give my stance on where I stand on this subject. All right, boom. We went ahead and we dropped the link. That link is live on Facebook and on YouTube right now. If you would like to go ahead and drop the link, we hop on here and we're talking about trans women athletes. Okay. And I believe I did a sidebar about this not too long ago. Not too long ago. And I'll just kind of reiterate what I said on that sidebar, is that in the interest of fairness, when it comes to levels of competition, I do not deem it fair for a trans woman, and let me define trans woman as a biological male, was born biologically a male and then transitions into becoming a woman or identifies with being a woman, going and competing against natural biological women in competition. I don't think it's fair at all. I don't think that especially if it's some type of physical activity. I'm not saying that women cannot beat men in sports, but what I am saying is that for the interest of fairness, that there's classes in both genders. There's classes. weight classes for that for the interest of fairness, and that's what I stand behind. The whole interest of fairness part. So that is my stance on trans women athletes competing against natural. I don't. I'm not trying to be offensive, but biologically, bio women. That's what I'll say. I'm not trying to be offensive. So I went ahead and I dropped the link. If anybody wants to come on, or you guys can just join the conversation in the comment area, where you guys can tell me what is your stance on trans women athletes competing against bio women. I can't think of the lady's name right now, but there is a trans woman that was in the MMA world, and she fought two whole fights. She fought two whole fights before she disclosed that she was a trans woman. And she did this under the guidelines of saying, well, that's medical. She didn't feel as if she had to disclose any type of medical information. So that's why she didn't say anything. And then also on top of that, you have now where a former a trans woman who is in weightlifting, shattering all types of records, and is going on to the Olympics. Now, this is not on the American team, but this is just worldwide. So I can't think of uh, the actual country right now, right off the top of my head. But yeah. Guys, go ahead and drop a number 1 in the comments if you can hear me nice and clear. Drop a 1 in the comments. And then we can also do this. If you believe that trans women should be able to compete against bio women, go ahead and drop a number 2 in the comments. If you believe that trans women should be able to compete against bio women, go ahead and drop a 2 in the comments. Now, if you believe the other side of that, if your stance is the other side of that, where you believe that trans women should not be able to compete against bio women, go ahead and drop a 3 in the comments. Drop a 3 in the comments. I know that this is a sensitive subject. I know we live in an era where we are more conscious of people's emotions and feelings. I am aware of that. But just because someone disagrees with you, that doesn't mean they have to be a bigot. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that they have to be using words like ignorant, things like that, mentally ill, things like that. We're not here for that. We're here to have a genuine conversation about this. On one of my posts, when I originally talked about this subject, I was called, someone called me a homophobe. I told me I was a homophobe and transphobic just because I don't agree with the stance of trans women competing against bio women. I have a daughter, a bio daughter, and I don't want my bio daughter to be manhandled in any circumstance. In any circumstance, so especially in the level of competition for fairness. That's what competition is there. Competition is there for fairness, to showcase talent and or skill. And or skill. Are we really living in an era where we really believe that there's no difference between the genders? That's a real question. This is a real question. This is the real question. I would love to get some type of feedback. The link is in the comments there. If you guys would like to come on here and state your piece, say your thing, trans women, you mean man. Yeah, well, they're saying that they're transitioning to becoming a man. So Asadine says, I'm going to put this up here. He says, trans women, question mark, you mean man. Now, I do know that some people who are transitioned, they will take offense to that, but I would kind of say, well, what were you born? What were you born as? Like, how were you identified at birth? You know what I'm saying? And I don't see how and why that has to be disrespectful. I'm here for the conversation. I really thought I was gonna have that conversation. I really did, not lying. I was geared up, fired up, ready to go with this conversation, but the person who was supposed to come on the show was a no call, no show. So I know I'm looking at some of these people that's on here watching, and I know I have some members of the trans community, and we're here for the I'm here for the I'm here to speak. I want to know what it is that you know. Maybe you know something I don't know. But I don't believe that we can see male, female, and all other species. Like, I don't know if you guys know this or not. We went on the air for about 2 years now. So I do remember one of our very first shows was about transgenders. And I believe that there's 3 sexes. I believe there's male, I believe there's female, then you have intersex. You know what I'm saying? So that's HyphenX's belief. I believe in 3. You know what I'm saying? But what I don't agree with is trans women athletes who are transitioning from becoming a bio man competing against bio women in the act of competition. Ooh, I see I have a wild emoji. Whoever put that wild emoji up, man, come on, get in the comments or click on the link, come on the line, and let me hear. What is, I don't understand. What's the wild comment? Like, I'm trying to understand. Because, like, I do stand arm in arm with members of the trans community in the fight for liberation for Black people and people of color here in the United States, but more importantly here in Rockford. So this is not what that is about. This is about something that I'm trying to protect my daughter. I feel almost as if the trans community, let me not say it like that. I almost feel as if bio women are under attack. And then women, let me, like, is that all it takes? Is that all it is to being a woman, a feeling? Like, I feel as if I'm a woman. I feel as if I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that what it takes to become a woman? Because me coming up, man, I knew the difference. Women were like many universes, many gods. They hold life. They give life. They bleed for a number of days and don't die. Like, it was, women were incredible to me. So it's with now having a daughter, I do look at things just a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying? I do kind of, I want to protect her. So I do feel as if bio women are under attack. Well, intersex to my intersex to my understanding is when a person is born with both genitalia, male and female. In my day, I was born in the 80s. So back in my day, we call those they were called hermaphrodites, but now the more susceptible term is intersex. So that's why I'm saying I believe in male, female, and intersex. Deja says women are definitely unbelievable and amazing. So women on the, I'll just ask some questions to the women that are watching and listening. Women who are watching or listening, do you guys believe that that's all it takes to be a woman is a feeling to be a woman? Like, where do women stand on this? Because I know let me say this: a lot of women I do know do say that it doesn't really matter if they want to be called themselves a woman, let them call themselves a woman. Like I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I hear that. But I know there's another side to that. And I want to hear that other side of that. You know what I'm saying? In a conversation. I started to get a another guest, but it was so last minute. That's why I was like, hey, let's just go live and we'll see what our audience wants to say. What does our audience have to say about this? Because I believe that we got a very bright audience. Our audience is very bright. Our audience is very diverse. And our audience is very opinionated because the host is very opinionated. The show is based off being opinionated. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to hear some of your opinions. If you believe that trans women should be able to compete against bio women, drop a number 2 in the comments. Drop a number 2 in the comments. If you believe that trans women should not compete against bio women, please drop a number 3 in the comments. Do me a favor and share this live. Share this live with tag someone that you believe would love to have this type of conversation. Cause now here's a woman saying this. She says, I feel people are allowed to feel how they want to feel. Okay, but that's not the question. The question is that all it takes to be a woman? Is that all it takes to be a woman? Is that what it takes to be a woman? To say that I feel as if I'm a woman. I feel as if I'm a woman. Is that, or I feel as if I'm a man? Is that all it takes? If all your biochemical makeup says otherwise, I'm trying to understand. But somebody said if the women not tripping, hype, you can't trip because you're not a woman, and that's fair enough. But I got a daughter. I do have a daughter. I do have a daughter. Somebody said, hey, well, so would you let your daughter play football? Would you let your daughter play football like on a male's team? That was a very interesting question because I do remember girls playing football. And I guess in the level of competition, do I believe that it's more fair for a woman transitioning, a bio woman transitioning male to play against males? Then do I, you know what I'm saying? Do I believe that's more fair? Let me think about that for a second. Do I believe that bio women transitioning males should be able to compete against bio males? I'm going to defer to boxing. Anytime that you're boxing and that boxer wants to go ahead and move up weight classes, that boxer is, pretty much given a list of risks that can happen because they're fighting outside of their weight class. So if they decide to do that, then they should. So I think I do. I believe that if you are a bio woman transitioning male, you should be able to compete against bio males. But I do not believe that if you are a bio male, you should be able to compete against. I mean, if you're not a bio male transitioning into a woman, you should not be able to compete against bio women. That is a lot. That is a lot. I feel better that I'm able to say that in the public. You know what I'm saying? I feel so free to say that because I understand that my intent is not to be malice or condescending. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to understand it, or at least see where somebody's coming from that lives within that world. I'm and yes, I mean it is a talk show. It is a podcast, and we are having intimate conversations in a public platform. But this is what needs to be heard because this is going to be. Listen, guys, we are embarking on a new time. I'm 38, and we all know how times have changed. And sometimes I have to ask myself, have times changed for the better, or have things really gotten worse? Because sometimes you can't see how bad something is because you're already in it. You know what I'm saying? You can't really because you're used to it. You become more comfortable to it. It's more acceptable. You see that, on a daily basis. So I don't know. Sometimes I just ask myself. The music is different. Men are told that being masculine is toxic. Oh, maybe somebody can tell me what that is. What's the difference between masculinity and toxic masculinity? Because it sounds like everybody just kind of wants everybody to be in touch with their feminine energy, and that can't be right because that's not balance. That's what's one-sided. That's one side of the scale. So maybe can we define what masculinity is? And then if anybody's out there, go ahead, grab that Google, hit up that masculinity definition, throw it in the comments. I can throw it up on the screen. And what is toxic masculinity? And if there's toxic masculinity, then there has to be the opposite of that. There has to be the other side of that coin, I should say. There has to be toxic femininity. Does that have a definition? I don't know. At this point, I'm just kind of talking to y'all because nobody want to talk back. But it's all gravy. I am HyphenX. This is the Great Conversation Podcast. We're talking about trans athletes, trans women, athletes competing against bio women. That's what we're talking about. I do understand. We did have a guest, guys. We had a guest. Our guest was No Call No Show, which is okay. We'll get back. Hope all is well with our guest. Hope no harm has come to our guest. We do have we have another live show next week, guys. Same time, around 7:30 ish here. Got a whole another thing going on. We got Bill Lips coming on. Now, this guy's story is very interesting. He's a young man, and well, you know what? I'm gonna let him tell his own story, guys. And it's entitled "Slipping and Falling: A Crack Recovery Story." Billy Lips, man. So, guys, he's a famous TikToker. Guys, just next week, please tune in there. You're not gonna want to miss that conversation at all. I promise you that. Okay. And then the 21st. I'm not going to release who our guests are yet, but on the 21st, we're going to be talking about critical race theory. That's what we're going to talk about. Critical race theory. Is it important or no? That's what we're going to be talking about on the 21st. So next week, guys, we're going to be talking about with Billy Lips here on the Great Conversation podcast. We're going to have Billy Lips, famous TikToker. He's going to come on. It's called Slipping and Falling, a crack recovery story. Yes, I did say crack recovery story. It's a young man. He's going to come on and share with us his story. The Wednesday after that, on the 21st, we're going to have I'm not going to release the names of the guests yet. I almost did, but I'm not. But it's going to be critical race theory. Is it important or no? Okay. So that's what we'll be talking about on the 21st. Our sidebar conversations will be coming back soon. I think I'm gonna save those from like any type of like hot things that are going on. I just want to pop up and talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna save that, or you guys can go ahead and send us a whisper. You can inbox us at Great Conversation Let's Talk here on Facebook, or at Let's Talk Great Conversation Let's Talk at gmail.com. Okay. Guys, locked in. We are also Locked In Focus Productions. Okay, so guys, go ahead and like that link. Get us for all your photography and videography needs. Got a great package. One of our packages does involve you get pictures and a memorable video of your evening. So or day event, whatever event it is, graduation, birthday party, it doesn't matter. It's whatever it is for you. You know what I'm saying? It's your memory and we want to capture it. Okay. So just inbox us, get our price list going for you. Look at our packages, some of our sample work. We also do logos, book covers, things of that nature. So we are your one-stop shop for entertainment, professionalism, and news. Okay. So I'm not going to hold you guys, man. I am HyphenX. And always remember, you don't always have to agree to have a great conversation. Peace.